Hello friends, welcome to SQL Practical question series. So in this video we are going to see another interesting question. In fact, this question I have received from one of the subscriber through email, so I thought of posting as a separate video for everyone's benefit. First, let us understand what is the expectation here. So there is a table called daily transaction T, which contains the information about daily transaction amount. That is, like, you will have information about like a date wise transaction detail and transaction amount. So this table may not contain the transaction for each and every date of the calendar month. It may or may not contain records for all the dates. But the expectation is when you want to report, when you want to show as a report, you need to display the transaction date for each and every date of the calendar date where this particular date range falls in. For example, if this date range falls between like May and June, then you need to display starting from the 1st May till the last day of June. That means you need to display all the 60 days, and wherever there is an information you need to display from this table. Wherever there is no information for that particular date, you just need to display a null description and 0 as the amount. So for this input table, this is the expected output. So in this case, if you see, we have data only for 5 days. All these 5 days falls in the May itself. So your expected output should contain each record for each and every date of the May month. That means it should start from 1st day till the 31st May, and wherever there is a data in this table, those data you just need to display as it is. Wherever there is no record in this table or wherever there is no transaction date in this table, you just need to display as a null description and 0 as the amount. Okay, so this is the expectation. Now let me tell you how I am going to write, or I'll just tell you what is the logic I'm just going to follow, so that it is easy for you to follow when I'm going to write the SQL. So first, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find the minimum date of the given table, that is 5th May. Same way I'm going to find the maximum date, that is the 13th May. So from the minimum date, I'm just going to find what is the first day of the month in which the minimum date falls in. Same way, what is the last day of that month in which the maximum date falls in. So from 5th May, I'll just calculate the first day of the month where it falls in, that is the 1st May. Same way, from 13th May, I will compute what is the last day in which that particular month falls in. Suppose if the maximum date is, let us assume that 25th June, then you should compute like the last day of June month. Okay, so once you have computed the first day of that month and the last day of the month in which the date range falls in, now you know the first day and last day. Then you compute the difference between the first day and last day to find how many number of calendar dates you want to display in the report. So in this case, since both the date range falls in the May, I need to just display from 1st May to 31st May. So you frame the list of date as another data set. Now that you have the first data set from the table, so you have the second data set what you have just framed. Now it is just a matter of doing an outer join. So you join these two result set to get whatever the expected output. So wherever the record matches, the information will come from the daily transaction T. Wherever it is not matched, the information will come from the data frame or the calendar date what you just framed. So this is the logic I'm just going to follow. So I hope now it is a bit easier for you to follow the query, whatever I'm going to write it now. Let us write the SQL now. Okay, so here is the table which contains the information about transaction date, transaction description, and transaction amount. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find, I need to first frame the list of date. For that, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find the minimum of date. So let me say transaction date. So this is the minimum of date. Same way, I'm going to find the maximum of date. Fine. Now I need to find what is the first day of that month, right? So for that, what I'm going to do, let me say trunk of this minimum of date. Okay, by month, so that we'll get the first day of that month where it falls in. So we just got the 1st May, right? So this is our first day. Fine. Same way we need to find the last day now. For that we have a function called last underscore day. So the last day of the maximum date in the date range. So I'm just using the last day function. So now we got the first day and the last day. Anyway, now I'm not needed the first 2 columns, so let me remove it. Okay, now we just got the first day and the last day. Now it is a matter of finding how many number of days exist between these two. So it's just a matter of subtracting both, right? So let me say last date minus the first date. So this will give the number of days exist between the first day and the last date. So it will exclude that last day. So let me just put +1 so that we'll get 31. Fine. Now we got the number of days between first date and the last date, including both the boundaries. Fine. Let me just give an alias like number of days. Fine. Now anyway, I'm not interested in last day now because we know the number of day. So let me just remove it. So either you can remove it or just keep it. No issues. Fine. Now I'm just going to make this as a with class with D as select star from D. Let's check whether it is displaying. Yeah, correct. Now I need to print the entire day, right, from 1st May to the 31st May. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the connect by level less than or equal to the number of days, so that this will just get repeated for 31 times. If you see here, now it is just getting, the rows are getting repeated for 31. So instead of the first day, let me put first day plus level. Okay, so that we'll get from the first day it will start with +1 +2. Since it starts with +1, let me just put a -1 so that it will start with 1st May till 31st May. Now we just got the calendar days, right? Fine. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make this also as a with class. Let's say calendar date as this one, select star from calendar date. Yeah. So let me just give an alias here. Let's say T underscore date. Yeah. Now we got the date. So now I'm going to use T date. Now we just got the list of date ranges, right? Now it's a matter of joining with the another table. So we know the transaction table. I'm joining both the table where calendar date equal to this table dot transaction date. One second. Calendar date dot T underscore date. Yeah. Now we got the record that exactly matches, because only for these 5 record, because I'm just using an inner join. So whatever the record matches in both the result set, we are just getting. So to get all the record, let us put an outer join. Either you can use the left outer join keyword or use the plus symbol like this, so that you will get all the record. So these 5 records are the matched record. The rest of the things are like unmatched record. Okay, for better understanding, let us put order by the date, order by T underscore date. Now if you see, we just got these unmatched record from the date range query, and these are the matched record from the table, right? We just got all these things. Fine. So let us take whatever the column we need. Let me put T date, comma transaction description, comma transaction amount. Yeah. So let me put NVL, because instead of null we can just display 0. Yes. So let me just give alias as transaction amount. Yes. Now we got the expected result, right? See, whatever the query I've just showed you here, I'm using the with class here. It's not necessary that you have to follow exactly the same thing, but logic should be almost similar. Instead of using a with clause, in fact, you can rewrite the same query using the inline views also. The entire logic you can write it in the inline view, and then you can join with the transaction table to get a similar output. But my intention here is to show you how to frame this logic as a query, so that whatever the way you are comfortable with, you can start writing. Okay. However, the logic should be quite similar. Fine. So now the next important thing is that once you have written the query, you need to test the query for all the boundary conditions. See, the testing is equally important to the development. So make sure you test for all the date ranges to check whether your query is giving you the right result as expected. Let us insert one more record into this table so that we'll check whether it is behaving perfectly. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to insert into this table one more date range, like let me put 10th Jan 2019 DD month wait. Okay, so let me put test description. Okay, let us put like 5000. Yeah. So now I just inserted one more record into this table for 10th Jan. That means now the date range should start from 1st January till the 31st May. Let me just execute the query to check whether it is fetching the information. Now if you see, it starts from 1st January. For 10th January, we just had one record, so it is just displaying the 10th January. Let us go to the last record. Last record is 31st May. So you can see it's fetching 151 rows of data. Let us just do one more insert statement here. Let me now put for, let us say 25th December. Okay, let's say bill payment. Let us say 10,000. Yeah, inserted. Let me commit. Now let me execute the query. Now if you are executing the query, the result should start from 1st January till the 31st December. That means it should ideally display 365 records of data. Fine, let me execute it. So it starts from the 1st January. We have record for 10th and we have some record in the month of May. So you can see all those 5 records in the month of May here. Okay, then we will be having all the other months like September, October, November, and finally December. For December 25th, we have another record of 10,000. Finally, it will end with 31st December. So we have got like 365 rows of data. I hope this query is useful for you. So wherever you find a similar situations, you can follow a similar logic. So the intention of this query is to give you the logic and how to frame the logic. I hope you would have learned something new today. If yes, please like this video, subscribe and stay tuned for new feature video, interview question, SQL practical question and concept video. If you have any questions you want to be addressed, then you can drop to this mail ID or you can post it in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching this video.